got something for you. We got something for you. It's something Megapod shiny. It's wrapped in Megapod plastic. Put on your Megapod jammy. It's time for Megapod-tastic. 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 Megapod-tastic.
Hey.
Hi.
You know, I need a new theme song because it hasn't been Megapodtastic in a very long time. But
I need a theme song.
yeah. Unfortunately, Skiznot, who writes all my music, has been very busy. It's not easy. Not easy, you know. He's a busy guy.
Not easy being green.
No, it's not. It's just ask Elphaba.
Yeah,
She could tell
seriously.
you. She could tell you it's not easy being green. Lil Everett's here. Good to see you, Lil Everett. Lil Everett is now on Cameo. You could pay for him on Cameo, and he will yodel. Yeah, he'll yodel at you. I think he's like $10. So for like $10, you can send a yodel to your family and friends. How do you feel about that?
I don't know, because I don't know how my family would feel about that, honestly.
I think they'd enjoy it.
I think they'd think it's a threat.
Think
Why
so?
is he yodeling at us? In some cultures, that is a threat, right, Lil Everett?
No, I think he's excited.
Yodel to a battle? There's never been a yodeler in battle?
I don't know.
There has to have been.
What about like Leroy Jenkins? You think he like...
That counts as a yodeler.
Oh, I sent the link out to several people. I know, Max kept saying, I got to get on Joe's show again. I got to get on Joe's show. Here it is. Where is he? Where's Max?
Good luck.
Where's Max?
He said he's going to watch my show. Never has.
Yeah, well.
He's busy.
Busy dropping televisions or something. Here's the thing about Max, I'll say. I got the perfect clip out. Perfect clip out for him. He's all about the clip outs. The perfect clip out. I set it up for him. I gave him the punchline. I go, there you go. Boom. You have a perfect clip out. And he didn't clip it out. So,
oh well.
So you know what I did? I did it for him. I did the clip out. I did the clip out and I uploaded it to his channel, but under private because, I'm not going to put something like, I'm not going to just do a clip out and go, yeah, here, it's on your channel now. So I put it to private and I said, hey, the clip out's there. Check out the clip out. And it's great. You just, all you got to do, give it the title you want to give it and set it to live. It's been like 5 days. He still hasn't set it to live.
Oh, man.
It's like I did all the work for him.
Hey, RJ.
Set it live.
Hey, Blue Jay.
Blue Jay, RJ, all the J's. The blue and the RJ. Do you think Blue Jay and RJ can like join together like Voltron and make like Mega J or
the
something?
Ultimate J?
Yeah.
I'd smoke that.
Yeah, come on in, Jay. You got the link? If you need it, let me know. But if you can just come in.
None of these people have links. None of them.
Blue Jay doesn't? I thought he did.
Yeah, look at Senior Nerd. He wants a link too.
Ultra J. And Lisa's
I can't smoke
here.
that. That's legend.
Lisa's here. Yeah. Oh, there he is. There he is. He had it.
Oh no. I know I have to stream here, but I think it's appropriate to ask first. I don't want to barge in,
No, that's fine.
What is this? Max's channel?
Yeah.
Oh, it is? Oh.
Yeah.
It's on both. So.
I just thought it'd be nice to ask. So how you guys doing?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing okay. Okay. It's kind of a dull day, but
Well, I'm annoyed because today was the day that my kids were supposed to go back to school after all the time off, and we were ready for them to go back to school, and all the schools closed. And guess what? We barely got any snow. Those schools didn't have to close. There was no snow.
Why are you annoyed at the kids? That's the school's fault.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want them here anymore.
I'm annoyed at that school for having to hear that story. That's
Yeah.
what I'm annoyed at, Crazy Joe.
Yeah, and you should be. You should be. I sent the link out. Hey, RJ, I can send you the link.
Why does he always sound so whiny every time? I don't have the link because I don't get StreamYard access anymore.
I thought he did. He's like he's always popping up. Anyway, I sent the
He's
link to a
popping off
couple.
that RJ. What's up, Twitter?
Yeah, I sent the link to a couple other people who
Yeah, not RJ.
maybe will pop up.
How does he have mod status?
I don't know. He's
That wrench, man. Put that
he's
away.
wrenching it up, man. He's wrenching it up. So I only had one major topic for today, and that is and I feel like I predicted this. I feel like we did a stream where I predicted this weeks ago.
As if I wasn't backing you up.
Yeah, no, you were.
No, I probably wasn't. I was like, no, they know from Wicked. Wicked is doing too good from out there. I was like, no, they know.
Yeah,
well, it's probably the complete opposite.
It's on PVOD now. It went on PVOD last week, and it's funny because last week Moana 2 and Wicked were like neck and neck at the box office. Now they both had a little fall. Of course, they had a little fall. School's back in session. It's not the holiday anymore, but.
Yeah, grown-ups, Oscar season, baby. Let's go.
Wicked fell 10% more than Moana 2 did. And look at Mufasa. That's number one at the box office. So they cannibalized their box office, man. Why? Why would you do this? Why in the world would you do this when it's still making bank at the box office?
I will. I see your point, Joe. But
Joe, go ahead, Blue Jay.
Oh no! Were you about to finish your point, Joe?
What's that?
Were you about to finish what you were about to say,
no,
Joe?
that was my point.
No, I interrupted you. My bad.
Okay. I get where you're going at, Joe, but I would argue is that I'm not as worried about Wicked's potential at the box office because it's been like what, at the very least, a month and a little, some change and a half from its release. Because I can understand something like The Wild Robot. That's a Universal movie as well. It got dropped to PVOD like 3 weeks later because movies that get like a low opening weekend, like a slow burn that gradually goes up to success, I can understand that. But with Wicked, it's a little different. Wicked has been making so much money at this point, and it's still cranking up at the box office. It's still at the top 5, I believe. I'm not that worried about it being on PVOD as of right now. I mean, it's still making bank, so I wouldn't get that upset about. But that's just me. But to each his own.
I just think across the board it's bad for the box office. You're setting bad precedents, and people see that. And I always say you're hurting the movies that come next.
You are arguing against yourself when it comes to Red One, Joe. You yourself have said some of these theatrical releases are almost trailers to when they come out to PVOD. Now, it could be Universal did the math and they're like, yo, we could have our cake and eat it too, where we are banking in the box office. But if we were to release it during this kind of in the middle stage where it's like very hyped, but at the same time kind of dying down, maybe we could make even more money. Where people are like, oh my God, it's already out on PVOD. Let's spend it now, where they feel like they're getting, a scam on they're getting one on Universal because it's out so quickly, It could be they did the math and that's how it works out.
See, I don't think,
and they get more money that way.
See, I don't think they do. I don't think they make one.
What was your argument for Red One?
Well, Red One was a little different because and also I think Red One came to streaming too soon too. No question about it. I think anything less than 90 days is too soon. So yeah, I think Red One came to streaming too soon too. But it's a little different because Red One was made for streaming. It was a made for streaming movie that they said, hey, if we put this in theater, it's going to have more clout. It's going to be more. It's going to be more talked about. It's going to be more important. So it was literally Prime Amazon. It was a made for Amazon Prime movie, and they said we'll put it in theater first, and then that'll give it some more importance. whereas Wicked was always made for theaters. But in both cases, I think
the audience doesn't know the difference.
Right, and that's why I think they both came to streaming too soon.
But,
I
no,
think,
but the audience doesn't know the difference. And when
Right.
you're saying the difference is Red One was made for streaming, the audience doesn't know that.
well, I don't think there is a difference. I think that 90 days should be the norm for everything.
Well, see,
They could
this
have
is
done the
what-
math, and they
yeah,
disagreed.
this is what like I think Disney is the only studio that's actually doing this with their movies. We got Inside Out 2.
Wait a minute, we got to respond to figure drawing here because he's making a point that is quite frankly irrelevant. He says, Joe, a lot of people simply do not go to theaters. Okay, they can watch it at home in 90 days. You want to see it now, you go to theaters. Otherwise, you wait 90 days. Doesn't stop people from watching it at home. They're still free to watch it at home. Like Max said something like, I like people having choice. You have a choice. The choice is you see it in theaters or you see it at home 90 days later. That's your choice. Sorry, go on, Blue Jay.
No, you're good. You're good. It's like what I was saying is that I think that Disney is the only studio, so far as I know, that's doing the 90-day window. They did it with Inside Out 2, Deadpool, Wolverine, Alien. I mean, those movies were like, well, they're arguably they're bigger movies than something like Wicked because it made a lot more money. But you have something like you said, Wicked, that was already making a lot of money. I don't see this as a big deal putting it to like a month later and some change. Whereas, you can make which you can say something like Transformers 1, a movie that underperformed was dropped to VOD 3 weeks later. I kind of understand why, or The Wild Robot. But that movie was also successful, but it was a slow burn. So it's kind of like a very like a case by case basis.
See, I don't think it should be. I don't think it should be because to Perp's point, Perp said people don't know the difference. I think that when you put things to streaming too soon, you're hurting future movies. I always use the example of Shazam 2 coming to PVOD too soon. I always say Shazam 2 hurt The Flash because people look at that and they say, oh, these movies, or The Fall Guy. When The Fall Guy hits streaming, but then Furiosa comes out, people are like, well, why do I got to go out and see that? Look at The Fall Guy. That's already streaming. So I think you're hurting your future films.
So I got a question. So if a movie is, say, I don't know, like Jurassic World, like that's another Universal movie is coming out. So if that became like the fastest film, one of the faster films to reach $1 billion in like what, 13 days or whatever, do you think they will drop? Do you think they will just drop the streaming like at least like a less than a month or something?
I mean, they might, but I think they would be foolish if they did because you could keep it from hitting 2 billion. It's like as soon as you give people the choice to watch it at home, you're hurting the box office bottom line. But you're not helping the streaming numbers because they're still going to be there. Like they're going to be there a month later, 2 months later, 3 months later. Whenever you put it out, if the people want to see it, they want to see it. It's going to be there.
Yeah, I understand your point, but like I said, for me, I get for something like movies that underperform or like a slow burn. But if it's something like Wicked that's just banging at the box office, like even look at the numbers now. I mean, look at what Figure Drawing said. It's making like 600. Well, looked at $682 million. That's a lot of money. So I don't know if it's goes for like a big successful film.
Yeah,
I
but
don't really would it make more money? Sure, but the numbers itself, it's still good in itself.
I mean, it's good, but it could be better. I mean, you're kneecapping a movie while it's still making money. I don't know. It just doesn't. They could have
done the math, and they feel they could get more if they release it now on PVOD, where people feel they could get it. That more people would get it while there's interest.
Now, I do agree with you, Joe. I think they need to stop. They need to stop putting their movies too early on VOD because like really, like from a movie, like a smaller movie that has a very low opening weekend, like you know what, like a mid-tier, mid-budget, small budget film, that has a niche audience that opens up with like what 25 million, and it does have a gradual drop off, like a small drop off, but gradually makes more money. That's where I would say don't put it on VOD. That's where it's gaining an audience. That's where I agree with you there. Because a lot of movies don't really have that much of a chance to get that recognition in theaters and put it on the streaming. Like Paramount does that all the time. I think
See,
WB does that all the time.
I think there are movies that you can make exceptions for, but they're very small. Except, like for example, a lot of these art house films that only play in like New York and LA, they don't have a wide release. Okay, you're gonna put them simultaneously. I get that because the people don't have an outlet to see them otherwise. But other than that, I don't see what. I just think you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting the box office. You're hurting your future films because they're going to make less.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I just look at it from a different perspective on certain movies that have a bigger gross than other movies. But I get your point. I get your point. What do you think, Perp?
Yeah, no, I understand his point. I don't agree. I think the studios did the math, and I think there's a window where they feel they can make more.
So like, do you think from what what I'm coming from? So like, if you look at it, the numbers that's currently at right now, for Wicked, do you think it's foolish to drop it off the VOD early? I mean, from the numbers alone, it's already a success. It's like domestically, it's like 425 million domestically. That's a
Oh,
lot
and
of money.
and by the way, it had just started. It had just started the. I don't know if they started the week of Christmas or the week of New Year's, but they had just started the sing along screenings. So it kind
They
of had a
could've-
new life from that too.
They could have. Okay, this is conspiratorial perp. They could have also known word of mouth that Wicked was going to get absolutely wrecked in the Golden Globes, and they again liability. Would it be better to release it before PVOD, before the Golden Globes, where the people think there's a chance, there was a lot of buzz around it, or afterwards, when it didn't get anything?
Now, again, Figure Drawing says he'd agree if it was burning up the box office still. It is. It is. It's still one of the top movies at the box office.
Yeah, again, Joe. And if it's still the top movie,
Yeah, but
and
it sank this week after they put it out on PVOD.
yeah, 'cause now they're making $24.99 instead of like however much a ticket price is, which is like not much difference, but still there's a major difference there. They have the window now. They already made 600.
Now,
And with conspiratorial, they knew they could possibly lose more money if people like pay attention to the freaking Golden Globes. It's like, oh, Wicked didn't get anything. I thought I was going to get everything.
I
now
don't
looking
think
at
that's going to affect.
now looking at Gladiator is doing fine. I mean, looking at the boxes for that, it's like $449 million. It's like a couple of $1 million away from surpassing the first one. But that movie has a bigger budget than Wicked, so I think it's breaking even. I'm not too sure. I think that dropped the PVOD as well.
Also, Warner Brothers could have another movie that they want to, push now. Again, where they can make more money with Wicked now on PVOD. I could totally see Joe's point, but I could also see a point where it's like they have this window where they could still bank in the box office and now bank even more with PVOD with the special window, considering how hot it is right now. Works for Red One.
Yeah.
Now, if you want my honest opinion, how I would release a movie on streaming, or on PVOD, I would say I will agree by saying at least 2 or 3 months. That's the more reasonable time frame, because the movie's out, it's making money. Like even if it's underperforming, it would probably get some sort of recognition in theaters. But I do agree. I wouldn't release my movie like at least 2 or 3 weeks. It's too early, dude. It's really just kneecapping yourself. But for a movie releasing like at least a month and a half. I mean, it's a little short, but from the box office looking at it, it's not too terrible. But that's just me.
Well, that's pretty much the only topic I had lined up for today. I mean, obviously, we got a couple other things to talk about, I guess, like Jeff. But or they been talked to death? Have we heard enough about Jason Momoa?
Yes.
I mean, what else? What else has happened? I mean, it's been.
I forgot the Golden Globes was like yesterday.
Yeah, I forgot they were on. I didn't even watch them. I found out this morning.
I'm not even an award show person.
Lisa says theaters have been booked up for everything around here, including Wicket and the sing-along, even today with the kids back in school.
They could also be priming for a re-release when the Oscar nominations come out.
I don't know.
They can't do a re-release. The nominations come out around January.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be in Perp's neighborhood in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, in fact.
And we'll celebrate the Oscar nominations together, Joe.
Are they gonna be out by then?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Either that or February. I don't know if they push them back.
Maybe. My friend Chris, who runs the Muppet Stuff blog and Muppet Stuff YouTube channel, he posted something today about some new Muppet mugs that are hitting Walt Disney World. And I said, "Oh, good! I'm going to be there in 2 weeks. I'm going to pick one of these up." And he texts me directly and says, "Hey, when are you going to be there?" I said, "I'm getting there Monday the 20th." And he goes, "Oh, that's so weird. I'm getting there on the 17th and coming home on the 20th." And I'm like, "You're coming home on the 20th? I'm getting there on the 20th." And then we figured out like what flights were on, and he's flying out at 6:30 p.m. and I'm landing at 5:30 p.m. and I'm like, "Oh, all right. So we'll see each other at the gate at the airport." We'll be in the airport at the same time. I thought that was kind of funny that our timing worked out that way.
What's your most anticipated? Well, outside of Superman, what's your most anticipated film in 2025? Like outside of Superman, I mean that's an easy choice.
Outside of Superman, why do you have to put that qualifier? What makes you think Superman's even on my list?
Fourth's in Disney now.
I mean, you were talking about the trailer once it dropped on.
Fourth, let's hook up.
Oh yeah. Fourth 100.
Let's lock in. Give William a scare. Show up together.
I'm gonna hold off on. I mean, I said it on Max's stream, but I'm gonna hold off on my most anticipated for now.
Why?
Because I was gonna do it.
It's trying to start I guess a bit.
All right. Well, okay. Then we'll do this as a clip out because I was going to do a dedicated video on my top 10. So
yeah, you can do both.
We'll clip them out. So
it changes. It should change.
Blue Jay, what's yours? What's your most anticipated film?
Superman.
You said aside from Superman.
You asked me. Well, okay. It's a little. I guess Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four. I mean, the concept looks interesting. Really, I don't know. There's some movies I do want to see, but it's more like a wait and see kind of. So no, actually no. I do want to see the new Tron movie. I love Tron, but
I'm gonna bring up a graphic.
I had my experience with Anora was I had no idea what I was watching until 40 minutes in, and it became the funniest movie of the year. It was hilarious. The home invasion scene was like flat out the most hilarious thing I've seen all year. And when that dude is with the baby shit, what's it called? Homer, what's that shit called? With the baby? He was doing with the baby in Anora. He was at a baby event when he gets the text about the boy.
Oh, baptism.
He was in a baptism, yeah. Sorry, that escaped me.
Oh,
he was in a baptism. He just goes, "No." I laughed my ass off. No.
Okay, so the movies I want to see this year are I do want to see the Minecraft movie. See how that is.
Well,
Uh,
hang on a second here. I have a graphic I'll pull up of
Okay.
this was first. Lisa says Chris is actually going to Florida. Nice. You want, well, tell me if there's something you want, Lisa. Tell me, and I can grab it for you. And yeah, I think Chris might be going to visit his famous or his favorite OnlyFans performer. That's just a rumor I heard. Here we go. This is a screenshot that was shared by Adam Aaron, the son of a bitch loser who runs AMC.
What the hell?
And this is all the well.
Y'all
This
love
isn't,
being spoon-fed by Hollywood. I swear to
Yeah.
God.
this isn't
We do
obviously
too.
every movie coming out, but
No, I
this
don't.
is a nice little bingo card that we
Okay.
got here.
So, okay.
So
So there is.
I like that
want
Naked Gun is going for the Barbie marketing campaign. Very
the
smart.
naked. I
Pink.
kind of want to see how the Naked Gun is gonna go.
I think it's gonna be hilarious as long as Liam Neeson plays it straight the whole time.
Okay.
you know Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks cast Leslie Nielsen as Dracula in Dracula Dead and Loving It. And Mel Brooks has gone on record as saying that he wanted to kill the person who told Leslie Nielsen he was funny. Because Leslie Nielsen, when he did Airplane and The Naked Gun, he was the straight man. He played it very, very straight, and that's what made it funny. It was funny because he was straight. But by the time he got to Dracula Dead and Loving It, that's what Mel Brooks wanted from him. He wanted the Naked Gun performance where you take it deadly serious, and that's what makes it funny. But by then, he'd done so many of those goofy movies like Spy Hard and Wrongfully Accused. And Leslie Nielsen had started to think he was funny. And he was trying to make funny faces and roll his eyes and do all these things. And Mel Brooks is like, no, you are not funny. Stop trying to be funny. He said, I want to kill whoever told Leslie Nielsen he's funny. So, yeah, we don't want Liam Neeson to be funny. That wouldn't be good. It wouldn't.
No.
The comedy doesn't work if Liam Neeson's funny.
I do. Okay, there's Mission Impossible. I love Mission Impossible. And then I do want to watch F1. F1 looks pretty good. But other than that, I mean, I do want to see most of these, but
What is Alto Nights?
Alto Nights?
Yeah.
I think that's a movie starring Robert De Niro. Let me see. Look it up.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
It's directed by Barry Levinson.
Oh wow!
There's a lot of
Barry.
Yes.
This little bingo card here is obviously a lot of franchise films, but there are some interesting things on here, like Love Hurts is on here, and Alto Nights, which you just mentioned. I don't know what that is. Mickey 17.
F1 is not a franchise.
I do want to see that because I'm a car guy.
What the hell is Avatar: Fire and Ash?
That's the new Avatar movie, Avatar 3.
Oh, so I looked up the plot for Alto Nights. It's apparently Robert De Niro plays like a dual role. He plays like two mob bosses. Okay. I mean, all right. It's a little different. It's nice. So I do want to see Tron. I mean, I'm a Tron guy. F1, Superman, obviously, Minecraft, from an ironic perspective, see how that's going to turn out, and Mission Impossible. So, but I will see most of these anyways. But Smurf, there's another Smurfs movie, really? Oh.
I'm gonna go to Ballerina, hoping that line "How do you do what you do" is cut off.
No, I know what you did last summer.
Out of there.
I know what you did last summer. That's a legacy sequel, right?
Oh, God.
I believe so. I mean, it has Freddie Prinze Jr. attached to it. Let me see.
I never liked I Know What You Did Last Summer. I know
it was
it's
always like B movie goodness. It wasn't like particularly great. Wasn't terrible.
Do you want to know what really bothers me about? And it's kind of
Jack Black in the second one.
Well, I got a lot of problems with the second one, starting with the title.
Randy?
starting with the title.
Mackay
I
Pfeiffer.
still know what you did last summer.
I still know what you did last summer,
crazy.
despite the fact that they didn't do it last summer. They did it 2 summers ago.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah. No, my biggest issue was
The audience is stupid too. They shouldn't have rewarded that.
My biggest issue was the crabs in the trunk. She opens the trunk and there's like all a dead body and all these
You're working
crabs
with
in her
slasher
trunk.
logic, man.
I know, but
Jason
then
does
she
that shit all the time.
But how the hell did they get them all out that quickly? Like she comes back
He's a
and it's not
crabman.
there.
He probably had them all netted.
I don't know.
He's
And there's not,
he's a
you couldn't even
fisherman.
smell crabs that were in. I don't know. It didn't work for me. It
She
didn't
couldn't
work
even
for
smell
me.
the crabs. She had a cold, man. She couldn't smell the crabs. What do you want?
I've already got tickets for Wolfman.
Oh, so Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt is in the cast. So
hope
it's
they die in the
basically a
beginning.
legacy sequel.
I hope the intro's dead. I hope it's not her going up to teenagers being, I went through what you went through. You gotta listen to me. And then does nothing. And just gets in there when too late when all the teenagers die. Oh my god, not again. Kill her in the beginning.
And if it's a legacy sequel, shouldn't the title be I Know What You Did That Summer 30 years ago?
I know. I know what you did that summer is menacing too. Like it doesn't lose menace.
Right. Oh,
That
boy.
summer. No. All right. Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. Great.
Mhm.
Glad they're remaking that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Freakier Friday. I like Freaky Friday. With
The Conjuring. Are we finally gonna get all those like the Nun and everyone to fight?
I got one issue with
Are we
the
doing an
Conjuring.
Avengers type event yet?
I got one issue with the Conjuring, and that is
Annabelle, fight that Ouija board.
It's the director. What's the guy's name? The Conjuring 3. It's the same director, I believe. Yeah,
Annabelle,
Michael.
We need you to blind the nun.
It's directed by Michael Chavez. And look, I don't know Michael Chavez. Maybe he's a really nice guy.
Why does that feel like an Alan Smithy?
But here's the thing. Michael Chavez has a terrible track record. His first movie
that
was
is totally an Alan Smithy, bro.
His first movie was The Curse of La
Llorona.
Llorona. Terrible movie.
Annabelle, we need you to distract La Llorona.
He did Conjuring
we could
3.
blind the nun.
He did The
Annabelle.
Conjuring 3, which was not great. I mean, that's the weakest of the 3 Conjuring movies. He did The Nun 2, which is awful. I'm just like, wow, why do you keep going back to this guy? Like
to Alan Smithy of the freaking New Line. So
he's like that. He's like that director for hire type.
He must have pictures of like James Wan and a goat or something. Like he's got some kind of leverage. Yeah, Alan Smithy is retired. Thomas Lee is the new guy.
Thomas Lee. What?
You might want to check up on Michael Chavez.
Lisa says, "What's Elio's?" I thought that is for Frozen Pizza.
Oh,
Elio is the new Pixar movie. It's about an alien, I believe.
it's about a kid. It's about a kid that got abducted by aliens. So he lied. He pretends to be the protector of Earth, so the aliens believe him. It's a very simple plot, but it looks fun. I don't really care about the How to Train Your Dragon remake, so I might not see that. I don't know.
Let me bring it up here. I've got my top 10 list right here. This is my picks, my top 10 most anticipated.
Superman, Fantastic Four.
Number 10, number 10 we got Thunderbolts. Number 9 we got Love Hurts, which looks fantastic. I can't wait to see Love Hurts. Okay. Mickey 17 as at number 8. That got bounced. I mean, that was supposed to come out in December, right? I think they got bounced.
It got moved to March.
Okay, I thought it was opening last year. I don't know. I can't wait to see it. The trailer's great.
People see this as I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I don't see that as a good sign. Everyone still puts this as most anticipated.
Well, I mean, it looks really good, don't you think?
Sure. They're going to have a good trailer.
I thought it looked good, too.
I mean, The Flash got bounced 2 years, and was my favorite film of 2023.
True, but I give that was different scenario.
You know, that was Ezra on a crime spree.
There's stuff going on there.
Yeah. Number 7, I got the How to Train Your Dragon remake. That looks just magical from what I can tell. Death of a Unicorn came out of nowhere. Number 6, Death of a Unicorn. That trailer, I came out of nowhere. I'm like, what the hell is this? It looks great.
Magical.
Yeah. Fantastic Four. I mean, I saw the little leaked trailer that I think Degrassi sent it to me. It looks amazing.
Sneak attack from Superman.
Then we got Wake Up Dead Man, which is the third Knives Out film. So now we can finally. It should be, hopefully. The last one was for a week. I saw it twice though. I saw it twice in the theater during that week. Glass Onion was, I think, even Knives Out was like my favorite movie of the year it came out. 2018 was that? 2019. That was my favorite movie of the year that year, and I liked Glass Onion even better. So I'm really excited about Wake Up Dead Man, and also great thing about Wake Up Dead Man is now that this fulfills the obligation to Netflix, Rian Johnson can finally start working on his Star Wars, which yay. Wicket was my favorite film of this year. So Wicket 2, I don't like the title Wicket for good, but Wicket Part 2. Tron Ares is a love-hate. I love Tron. I absolutely love Tron. I hate Jared Leto, but my love of Tron wins out over my hate of Jared Leto. So that's
I'm with you on that, Joe. I'm indifferent to Jared Leto. I like his band, his music, but not much as an actor. But it's another Tron movie, so because I love Tron. I love Tron Legacy. I like the original as well. But I will give this a watch. So I'm curious how this is going to turn out.
We got in the chat here. I don't know what this means. Action Figure says Albo Army calling you out. Okay. I don't know who Albo is, but
wow.
All right. Come and get it, Albo. Come and get it, Albo. I don't know. Is Albo a guy? I don't know. Anthony Cheeseman, I agree. If Elio flops, I don't want to hear about Disney doesn't do originals anymore. Bingo. But Elemental did pretty good.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like movies that kind of gradually, it's like a slow burn. Like it opened up with like second place against the Flash, but it gradually builds itself out to be a success. So that's what I was talking about.
RJ, by the way, you have the link. I messaged you the link, so he's had it for a while now. But Action Figure made his accounts 2 months ago, so it's probably a troll. Okay, well, it's not very good trolling because I don't know what it means.
Albo Army is weak and small.
I don't know. So
I know.
Whatever. Have you heard of Albo Army? You know what that is?
No, I've never heard of that.
That's how I know.
Forever.
I mean, it's bad trolling then. It's bad trolling because we don't get it. All right. And Charlotte says, curious, where's Nosferatu and The Substance on your list? Nosferatu is not on my list. The Substance is, but I think both are on Perp's list.
Hell yeah. Pull up my most anticipated. I put it in the private chat.
Oh, it's in the private chat. Okay, hang on.
That's what I do. Privately give it to you.
All right, this is your most.
Nosferatu was number 4 on my list, and number 1 was The Substance.
I don't have your I got your most anticipated, not your favorites.
I know. That's what we're talking about here.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. But Charlotte,
I was answering Charlotte.
Okay, all right. Hang on, where is this?
I don't have a list of anticipated on my letterbox. It's kind of scatterbrained. So it's
based.
Yeah, it's Superman, Tron, Mission Impossible.
Yeah, congrats to Demi Moore for sure. Yeah. All right, number 1, Havoc. Number 2, Bando Stone.
Oh, that's a
Can't wait for that one.
Dude, holy shit.
Number 3, Presence. Number 4, Materialist. Number 5, hopefully it gets released this year, but I don't think so. The Toxic Avenger. Number 6, Bird Eater. Number 7, Ballerina. Number 8, The Wailing. Number 9, Sinners.
I want to see that.
Number 10, take that one out. I already saw it. It came out.
Wild Agent 2, Peach Assassination. Okay,
Yeah, it
so
was-
that one,
it was
you're
awesome.
not anticipating that anymore. You've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
I'll do a review later. The Witch Revenge. That movie sounds crazy. It's a Ukrainian film about a witch that is getting revenge on the Russian army. I hear it's like an absolute gore bloodbath. Bone Lake doing good festival shit. Toback, been waiting for that one. Sayara is this horror director that I love. He did Baskin, and he's doing a revenge movie. I hear it's crazy. Infinite Summer is a sci-fi chill wave type film. I'm digging the vibes of that one. The Bedlam, Compression, Ghost Killer, The Monkey, David Cronenberg's The Shroud, Cloud, Dead Mail's doing did its festival run 2024. Hopefully it gets release date this year. Hope, Die My Love, Alpha Gang, and The Bride by Maggie Gyllenhaal.
All right.
Can't wait for these films. Cannot wait.
Fantastic. The Monkey looks interesting. I didn't care for Long Legs, but I'm interested in The Monkey.
I think he's gonna do awesome with dark comedy. I think it's gonna be, and I think if you look at Long Legs in that perspective, I think you enjoy it a little more. If you look at it as like really black comedy.
Senior Nerd wants us to look at his list. Where's your list, Senior Nerd? How do we look at it? And Anthony Cheeseman says that action figure is Senior Nerd.
Oh. No, it's not. Why would he do that?
I don't know.
Senior calling out Joe for whatever reason. For what? I don't know.
Oh, he wants me to find it on Letterboxd. Okay, you're making me do homework. I gotta find it. You don't have a link?
No, don't do that.
I think I got a link. I got a link. Hold on. Let me just copy the link. What burner account? I think I have Senior Nerd on Letterboxd as well. So let me go ahead and look at my profile, see all the weirdos that they follow me.
Oh, Albo Army wants us to know. He said, "Oh."
Oh.
He's showing us his O face.
Oh, face. Okay, I'm gonna send it to private chat. All right. There you go.
Private chat. Do. Ed E. Toro.
What the hell is going on here? Look at what they're going with the chat.
I don't know. He's showing us his O face. Oh.
I'm just seeing this now. What's going on?
I don't know. We've seen worse.
Ugh.
We had Skullman here, so.
Predictably boy.
I was watching a YouTube video. What's the guy who does all the roasts on Comedy Central?
Ross.
Yeah, Ross. He was talking about Gilbert Gottfried, and he said Gilbert did a joke about I'm going to keep this clean for the kids. He did a joke about skull effing his grandmother. And he said, so he was giving a eulogy at Gilbert's funeral, and Gilbert was laying out in the casket next to him, and all Gilbert's family and friends were there. And he said, Gilbert once told me a joke about skull effing his grandmother. And then he turned and looked at Gilbert in the casket and said, not so funny now, is it, Gilbert? I thought that was funny.
Holy shit, that was great.
All right, here we go. This is Senior Nerds.
Dark Knight. Based. Can't wait to see that one. The new Spider-Man, of course.
This is his favorite.
Roger Rabbit.
This is his favorite films. This is his most anticipated.
Jurassic Park 3. Awesome.
I mean, these are good movies.
They're great
Don't get
movies.
me wrong.
I can't wait to see the new. Yo, have you heard about this new Roger Rabbit movie? It looks nothing I've ever seen before in my entire life.
That new up-and-comer Robert Zemeckis directed it.
Oh man, good God!
Here we go. Here's his anticipated. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
We got
Every
Superman, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts.
At least he
Captain
put
America.
the Electric State in there.
The Electrics. Ooh, I do want to see that.
I'm excited about that one, but I have a.
Hey, he put Snow White based.
He put Snow White.
Brave as shit.
Yeah.
Love it.
Stunning and brave.
Stunning and brave, nerd.
I'm excited about Snow White.
I mean,
I'll watch it with
it's
you.
not for the reason that you think. I'm just annoyed about the discourse around it, but that's just me.
I'm Team Zegler.
Me
Every
too.
day.
Me
I hope
too.
she gets Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's too weird. Lilo and Stitch. Okay, I do want to see Lilo and Stitch. Yeah. I don't give a shit about the other remakes, but I mean, Lilo and Stitch is the movies I'm more familiar with, so I'll get this a watch.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
excited about Lilo and Stitch. Electric State looks great. I'm excited for that
that
one.
that looks great. Is that about the Russo brothers?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know they were remaking Running Man.
Let me
Interesting.
see. F1. Oh, F1. Okay, all right, good choice. Senior nerd. Okay, good choice. Sinners. Okay. What is that? It's Utopia 2. Okay. All right. What's that? What's that one of the next to Mickey 17? What's that one?
Mickey 17. That's Frankenstein.
Oh, by Guillermo del Toro. Okay. Okay. I know he was making that, but I didn't know that was actually coming this year. Okay. That's a pretty decent set of movies. All right. Good choice.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. At least it's not the most generic list like other people. Like my most anticipated film was Superman, like most people are.
Well, I was thinking about this today, and I feel like when we do movie talk, it's almost like we have two circles, and those two circles intersect. What do they call that? A Venn diagram or something? And I feel like,
Spaghetti multiverse. The Flash did it.
yeah, I feel like you've got people who just love the movies. They love the movies. They love the movies their whole life, and it doesn't matter, just comedy, drama, horror, sci-fi, whatever. They love the movies, and I think I'm one of those people. I think definitely Perp's one of those people, and I think you have the other circle, which is people who love superhero movies. That's what they love. They love superhero movies.
Yeah.
They're not really into all movies. They're just into superhero movies. And I feel like those circles kind of overlap because those of us who just love movies also love superhero movies. And I feel like most of the movie talk we have on the YouTube platform, unfortunately, is just superhero related. And we see that in a lot of the lists. I had a couple superhero movies on my list, but I think one of the great things about 2024, and we've said this before, 2024 is one of the best years for movies in recent memory. And I think one of the great things about 2024 was that there weren't many superhero movies. We had a handful, not that many. And it really gave other genres a chance to shine. And
Yeah.
shine they did. Especially the horror genre really shined this year.
You also
But
You damn right it did.
you had movies like not just horror but musicals like Wicked,
Mhm.
Moana. You got some other movies that I think comedies were doing as well. And yeah, it's a pretty decent year for movies. So hopefully next year this year is pretty good.
So having said that, if I can
Yeah.
find it here.
I actually got to get going, guys. Shit.
You got to
Sorry.
get going. Where are you
Yeah,
going, man?
Sorry, I have to kind of emergency.
Oh, all right. I
It's
hope
all
everybody-
good though. It's all good. Nothing bad.
Okay.
All right. See ya. Sorry. Hate to do this to you.
No, it's
Bye.
it's all right. I mean, it's been
Yeah,
what
we're
it's
going
been.
for yeah.
Yeah. Later, guys.
Yep.
I think
All right.
have we been going for been going for almost an hour.
Yeah, it's like
So I-
48. Yeah.
I'll probably wrap it up soon. I've got a little bit of an issue. One of my greatest fears. I've talked over the last couple of years about just stopping doing YouTube altogether. I've talked a couple times. I said I think I just want to stop, and obviously I've kind of gone quiet more or less on my other channel, the Crazy Joe Adventures channel. I've still been doing this channel, Concession Stand, but I've kind of said, maybe I should quit. And one of the reasons I've thought about quitting is the kids, because I read somewhere, and this bothered me. I didn't like it. Obviously, I'm 48 years old. I've got a job. I do this on the side, almost like a hobby, but I'm not making my income from this. I have a job, and I read somewhere that when you ask today's kids, Gen Z and the Gen Alpha or whatever they call them, what they want to be when they grow up, the number one answer is YouTuber.
No.
And that worried me, because I got kids and I got a daughter, and I was like, I don't want them thinking, oh, I don't want them to be like fame obsessed. That's part of why I kind of get a little bothered when people recognize me and I'm out with her, because it's like, I don't want to be raising this like fame obsessed kid that wants to be like, on YouTube. And just, I've been talking about this for a while. And just today she said to me, Dad, I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up. And I'm like, oh,
No.
and my heart sunk. And I'm wondering if I need to start thinking about wrapping it up soon, because I don't want to be a bad influence on her. And I fear I'm being a bad influence on her by being here.
I don't. Things could change. How many. How I don't know. It's just weird. Things could change. I mean, I said I want to be like a I don't even know. I don't even remember what the hell I wanted to be when I grew up. It was something like so out there. It just never came to fruition. I mean, I guess like being a YouTuber, you want to like make that big amount of income by doing things you like, but being a YouTuber is a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not making any money. I mean, I make a little bit, a little extra. I couldn't live on it. In fact, I did a stream about a year ago where we were talking about. I'm not going to say his name, but we were talking about the YouTube channel that most people first discovered me on, and his bad behavior, how he was like sponging off his wife, and he didn't have a job. He was a full-time YouTuber, but if you looked at his numbers, you could tell he wasn't making money. So he was just a sponge, like taking advantage of his wife, whom he was also cheating on. And it's like, no, it's like, no, if you've got a huge channel and you can make a living off it, okay, but that's such a tiny percentage.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. See, I would like to. You would like to be like, okay, you have a job, right? You have a job that you like, that brings good money, but you like being a YouTuber that brings a lot of good money into it. So like, there's situations where people can have like two different sets of incomes coming in, but it's hard to do so, and it's hard to kind of gain some traction. Like for me, anyways. I I try to kind of build my YouTube up, but I get so tired all the time. I just never really try to pimp it up because I'm like, okay, I'm just so tired. I just really never think about just doing more YouTube. It's just like I just kind of just vibe with you guys in here, and then
Right.
my other Blue Cinema channel, like I do that, but I do reviews and stuff. I barely do anything with those other than you just see me just post clip outs of box office games and that's kind of it. But really, there's nothing I could really do. I mean, I'm not really not the most well spoken of them all anyways, but that's just me. I mean, I love movies, but it's I think not everybody's built for YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Uh, yeah, like I'm only here to talk movies. I like
Yeah.
movies. I want to talk about movies. So I don't get out much. I got kids. I got a job. I don't get out much. So like when we hop on a stream, it's like the most social interaction I have for the week. Um, Ed K says that he loves movies, but he's stealing AI art. Well, don't do that then, Ed K. don't don't steal AI art.
Yeah, and to those people that want to be a YouTuber, just don't quit your job for YouTube.
Yeah.
Like Yeah, it can make YouTube can make you good money for now, but it's not consistent. It
No,
is not
I'm
consistent.
I'm certainly not making good money. I make a little bit. I mean, I make a little bit extra every couple months. Every couple months, I get a small check that pays a bill. You know, it's a little something extra, but I'm not I'm not making much. I'm not even making enough to like because there's a window. I think there's a tax window of how much you have to make to even declare it, and I make so little I don't even hit that number. So I don't know.
I usually I wouldn't bother being like if you want it like I treat YouTube as a hobby. Like you want to be as
Yeah,
like hobby money, that's perfectly fine. Like that's a good mindset. Like if you have a steady job that gets you and you make good money and then you use YouTube as hobby money, bro, best of both worlds. But I see people quit their jobs for YouTube because they make a lot more money than their job. But like, don't do that. Doesn't it? Don't matter if you're famous. If you have like 2 million, 5 million subscribers, keep your job. Okay, all right. Unless you're that lucky. So that's I don't know.
Lisa says if you quit your job for YouTube and don't make it big like obvious people out there, and then try to get back into the workforce, you have to explain your giant work gap. Yep. The great Dave Sundstrom, a guy I really, really love, is here with us today. Dave, it is great to see you. You've got to do YouTube because you love making videos and talking about a particular topic. By the way, if any of you are not subscribed to Dave Sundstrom, please do so. Dave makes wonderful videos where he talks about mostly television, also movies, and pop culture of the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, which he calls the good stuff, and I agree that is the good stuff. So go over. He'll talk about like all your old favorite sitcoms from back in the day, growing up, and yeah, no, I seriously love this guy. He's one of the all-time good guys of YouTube. Yeah, can't say enough good about Dave. Charlotte says I use my YouTube channel to show off my talents and hopefully gain some good following before making it big or little big or even little attention. Never will quit my job. Yeah, no, that's I just worry about being an influence on her. Like I don't want her. I don't want her getting the wrong idea. That's my concern. It's like this is YouTube didn't exist when I was a kid. Like I was 30 before there even was a YouTube, I think, or maybe I don't know, maybe late 20s. I don't know. YouTube didn't exist. So it's like I had a foundation of like what real life was, and then YouTube comes along and it's like, oh, I could do this thing and have some fun with it. But I just worry about like raising social media obsessed, fame obsessed kids. It's not where I want them to have a grasp on reality, you know?
Oh yeah, I totally get that. Just be, kids are just kind of like attached to their tablets, like some parents uses their tablets as like babysitters for their kids, and I mean that can be a thing, but I really don't recommend doing that because there's a study that really shows negative effects.
Yeah. I don't know. I got to think about it. I'm not stopping tomorrow, obviously. I have obligations. Like I have YouTube obligations, studios send me a lot to review, and if they send it to me, I feel I need to review it. They send it to me to be reviewed. So I have a backlog of that stuff. So I can't go anywhere until I review all those products that they sent me. So like the next one I have to do a review for, actually, it's right here. I have to put up a review for the movie For Your Consideration. The Christopher Guest movie just came out on Blu-ray from Warner Archives. I got to film a review for this, and I have a couple others that I haven't even popped in the player yet. So obviously I can't just say that's it, done. I need to fulfill any obligations I have first. But so I don't know. I have time to think about it.
Okay.
But I'm excited. Dave's here, man. I got to do. I'd like to have Dave on again. Dave, if you're, anytime, man. Anytime you want to come on, I'd love to have you on. This guy's just great to talk to. And let's see. Degrassi says, my 17-year-old nephew graduates high school working part-time as a certified nursing assistant who's entering Johns Hopkins in the fall as a second-year undergrad. He also owns a candy business. Everybody likes candy, man. Everybody. Well, maybe if you don't have teeth, you don't like candy. I don't know. If you have a dentist phobia, maybe you're not crazy about candy. I don't know. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let's do it. So you see, here I am saying I should step away from YouTube, and now I'm going to make plans to do something with Dave. So, oh boy. I don't know. If she were older and less what's the word? Susceptible to influence, I could probably just do whatever I want and not worry about it. But I got to worry about being an influence. So, all right. I'm going to be wrapping things up here. Blue Jay, thanks for joining.
Yep, no
Great
problem.
to have you. And everyone go over, subscribe to Blue Jay. And
Also glad the Perp's here. I know he's not here right now, but thanks, Perp.
Yeah, it's always great. I'm excited, man. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be hanging with Perp. Going to finally meet Perp in person. So
Nice.
Perp and I were on the phone earlier today making our plans. So that was it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, man. Gonna ride. Well, not ride. It's not really a ride, but we're gonna go see Muppet Vision 3D for the last time. So, or possibly for the last time. Who knows? They may be moving it. There's rumors. So, all right, everybody. We'll probably be back doing this again next week. Until next time. I'm missing my things. There we go. Until next time, keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the plastic feet.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Tell everyone you meet.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the back door flap.
Keep wearing those pajamas